So if I answer, that means it's something critical where you need to interrupt. Yeah. So yeah, he probably, yeah, you know what I mean. So he recognized what the day is and what it means, and so we glad to be here now that I've gotten that off my chest for a little bit. I'm gonna talk about this is an experience for myself as well.
Yes, sir.
And some recognize that, and people reach out. How you doing? I'm like, you know what? First of all, I'm sleepy. My back is hurting, and my feet. Listen. You shouldn't have asked.
Right.
Yeah, you shouldn't have asked. But I'm finna tell you now, and it's the trying to balance two things: doing all you can, and doing all that you can do. See, when you've done all you can, there's nothing else you can do. When you've done all you can, when you, and that's gonna bring out the song.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, I'm not singing it because I'm not in the key. I'm not in the key in my spirit right now, and that key that's gonna come out of my mouth is not gonna be right, and I know it. When you get ready to sing, and my whole soul is not in the right key. Let me hold on, me, and you try to find it because it's not gonna come out right. I'm right there. The key is not gonna come out right, so I promise I don't feel it the same because the key not right in my soul. But you can do all that you can, and once you know, and that principle is applicable in so many different ways. Have you done all you can? And if you have, then you wait on God. Or have you done all that you can do? And if the answer is no, and I know that sounds like it's the same, it's not the same. Because you can feel a kind of way. It's like, I want to do something. Well, have you done all you can? Yeah. Then there's nothing else you can do. But have you done all that you can do for the situation? Well, no, I probably could. Then you need to do that. But if you've already, it's different positions. If you've already exhausted doing all you can for whatever situation that you're in, at that place, God, it is in your hands, my friend. Yeah. And that's why we cannot give it over to him, because there's some other things that we're supposed to do. You see what I mean? So when you've gotten to that precipice of, I've done all that I can. I know my assignment. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what I'm required to do. I know what I'm compelled to do. I even know what I'm inspired to do. And if you've done all those things, you've done all that you can based upon the information that you have. You've exhausted all your information. You've exhausted all of your connections. You've asked all the questions that you could. You've even got whatever answers you got, you followed through on every one of them. So that means you've maxed out. That's when you've done all you can. When you've maxed out on everything that you sought for the situation. And once you've maxed it out, again, that's when it's like, God, it is in your hands. But sometimes we try to give it to God before time, and it looks like we're defeated or he doesn't come through. It is not true. Most times, there are some other things that we were supposed to do. And when there are some things that we were supposed to do, then that's going to mean we need to do those things before we try to place it into God's hand. That's when we have the power. God said, you have the power to do a lot of these things you're asking me to do. More times than not, when we ask him to do something that we have the authority to do, there are some things we're supposed to do. We just probably don't want to do. It's too much time to take to do it. And we haven't done all that we can. So I would encourage you to do all that you can, because you have the power to do all that you know to do with all the resources and sources that you have. And God will empower you within you doing all you can. When we've done all we can, God takes over. While you're doing all you can, He's with you. Make sense? Well, it does to me, because that's what I got from this situation. It's like,
absolutely,
you know, you do all you can. And if you feel like, okay, I've done all I can, God, is there anything else I can do? Show me, is there anything else I can say? Is there anything else I can change? Do I have the power that I don't recognize, that I can do something else in this situation? Maybe I'm overlooking it based upon emotional positioning. Maybe I'm overlooking it because I'm too close to the fire. Maybe I'm overlooking it because I'm still in my feelings. Maybe I'm overlooking it because I still have an ought. Maybe I'm overlooking it because I really prefer the answer I see than the one that I know that you want. Maybe I'm missing it for whatever reason. If so, God, show me. I'm open for you to show me what I don't know that I can do. Because if there's something that I can do and I'm not doing it, then I'm the hang up. I'm the reason why it's not coming to pass. I am the reason why it's not happening. And sometimes, and I'm going to move on, sometimes it being in our corner is because we are emotionally unstable for what we're asking for. We really are not emotionally stable enough to handle what we are asking for. And so we need to be strengthened to be able to be stable enough to see what He wants us to see, and to be able to manage what He wants us to handle. You know, we say God won't put no more on you than you can bear. He won't. But there is there are some points to that. No, and it's more of what I just said. He's not going to put no more on you that you're able to do. After that point, that's when He takes over. What you can bear is what you're doing all that you can. Everything that you know that you can do is bearable. Everything that you can do is bearable. That's why He won't put no more on you than you can bear. Now, if you think that what He has given you is more than you can bear, maybe you put a limitation on yourself without thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because He won't. Now, the oxymoron, He will not put no more on you than you can bear. But sometimes we think we can't bear anymore. You see what I'm saying? Right. So we already have a pre-stop inside of us that we have respected. And when we get to that pre-stop, it's like, oh, I can't take no more. God is not going to put no more on you than you can bear. So that means there's some can inside of that bearing. You know, so you haven't done all you can because there's more to bear. So that means there's more capacity to you than you're giving yourself credit for. You need to see that as a positive. You mean I can handle this? Okay, so that means I can be stretched? Okay, because you know, once a rubber band stretches, it after you keep stretching it, it doesn't bounce back to its original form. It's no longer tight. It's able to have more capacity to hold. Yeah. So yeah, you have more capacity when you've been stretched beyond your original size. And so that's creating capacity. That's creating levels of faith. That's creating levels of hope. That's creating different levels. And we won't feel so overburdened.
Yeah.
You know, and just understanding, okay, if you are challenging me here and I feel I can't bear it, I need to change my mindset and say there's more that I can do. There is more that I can do. And when I do the more, I'm going to be expanded. Okay, thanks, God.
Yes.
But we have to allow Him to expand us. So, thank y'all for listening to my little rant.
Thanks for sharing.
Oh, you more than welcome. Listen, I'm going to say it.
Regardless.